Hey guys, it is I, again, once more, your reigning and defending world entertainment champion of the entire world, Hardcore Harry. How the hell are you guys today? I hope you're doing good. I'm good for the most part. I'm feeling a little agitated, I don't know. I was good, and I came in to record and I just got agitated. I don't know why. Things weren't working right. My computer running slow. I actually originally had Alexa, one of my cats, in here recording with me. She's being super cute when the camera wasn't running, but as soon as I hit the camera on, all she did was cover me in cat fur and step on the keyboard to stop recording, knock over my lighting. So, agitate me a little bit. It's cute. It's super cute. Like in a normal situation, I'm like, oh, you're so cute. I love you so much. But I'm like, I'm trying to record. Please stop. Please stop. So I had to, unfortunately, let her out of the room, which I hate doing. She likes it in here, but she also just knocks everything over. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, the reason you're here, talk about feelings today and chasing feelings. And by feelings, I don't mean happiness, sadness, love, anger, sadness, regret, anything like that. It's not what I mean. What I mean by feelings is the feeling you get when a certain song comes on, or you're watching a certain movie, when you're at a certain place, certain time of the day, feelings like that. And I get a lot of feelings like that in a lot of different places. A lot of different things cause the feelings, and I always kind of chase those feelings. I think it's the reason I'm so nostalgic, because I got a lot of these feelings when I was a younger kid. I try to chase them. I try to keep chasing them. Like, for instance, the local carnival and the parade for the 4th of July, and one of the reasons it's still one of my favorite holidays. I always had a certain feeling there as a kid, watching the fireworks, or at that carnival, or at that parade. It was just a feeling of, it was a good feeling. I don't really know how to explain it, but like a feeling of magic, kind of, just like there's something there that I'm not quite seeing that I need to get to, or I never could get to. And I still kind of try to get there, and it's not the same. Every once in a while I get hints of it, like I'll go to that carnival still today, and it's there, like kind of every once in a while there's a hint of it, but I can't quite catch it again. So I keep trying. Same thing with watching certain fireworks shows on the 4th of July and things like that. It's a feeling I can't ever quite get back to, and I have a lot of those feelings. And I was just the reason. I mean, I've kind of been thinking about this for a while, and I just didn't really know how I wanted to make the video. But me and Erica started recently walking around our complex where we live, and we were walking past the one area. It's like trees everywhere, kind of like houses close together. In that particular area, it feels almost like a little mini community inside of a community, and like the smell of fresh laundry and like the smell of coming from certain people's houses just kind of reminded me of the feeling of like a Sunday. And it's always a feeling that as a kid I really didn't care for that much. Like the Sunday feeling, I just hated it. It was like, alright, I gotta get lost in a video game because I just can't stand this. It's like a lazy Sunday feeling, too calm for me almost. But as an adult, I kind of want to get back to that again. I kind of want to feel that feeling again, and I felt it, every time we passed that little section, I felt it again, and just for a split second, pretty much, as soon as we walk past, it's gone again. But I don't really get that feeling anymore. I can't even get the feeling of a Sunday like that anymore, because I'm always working, and it sucks. Maybe the Saturday before, I'll end up working, my 8-hour shift, and then another 8 hours into, Sunday. Sleep through most of the day, wake up, go to work. So I never really get that feeling anymore, and it sucks. It really, really sucks. I'd like to get it again, but I believe I will again. I believe this can help me with it, and I almost didn't record this video because, like I said, I just got super agitated, and I was this close to just like, you know what, I'll try again a different day, maybe next week. But hey, I gotta get on it. I know I'm technically in my partial hiatus, but I need to get back on it. Still working on what I kind of talked about with the big project coming up. Unfortunately, there's really no time to work on it, so I probably shouldn't even be working on this. I should probably be working on that, but I still need to get things up too. So in the meantime, I'll just be frustrated and agitated and feel like I don't have enough time to do anything, but it'll get there. Yeah, once again, trailing off the point of the video. So just different feelings. I let me know if you guys, like, in the comments down below at the end, let me know what kind of feelings you guys get, if you get anything like that. But, like, when I listen to 80s music, it takes me back to the 80s, and I've never been in the, I mean, I've been in the 80s, I was born in 85, but, like, I didn't live in the 80s, you know, I barely had any time in the 80s, just a cup of coffee, but, 80s music and 80s movies take me back to that place, especially the music. Like, it feels like, and I could be completely wrong because, like I said, I hadn't lived through it, but it feels like the feeling I get is like, oh, this is what it was like to live in the 80s. This would be awesome. This would be awesome. I wish I could have been older in the 80s and experienced it. And maybe that's not how it was at all, but that's how I feel it was. Watching 80s movies, especially slasher flicks, gets me a certain way, and it makes me want a little more. Now, granted, and I've mentioned this before, and this is why I loved the Friday the 13th game so much, and why I was so excited for it. I didn't play it a whole lot. I still need to get on playing it more, but I didn't really play a whole lot of it. But just watching the trailer and all the different trailers and just being excited for it to come out, that was the reason why, because slasher flicks give me a certain feeling, and those trailers did, and I'm like, oh, the game's going too awesome, maybe I'll get to live that out a little bit. And it wasn't quite like that, but as I had mentioned before, talking about that game, granted, if I had a serial killer chasing me down or some supernatural slasher chasing me down, would I be that excited about it? Not necessarily, but in my mind, when I watch these movies, that's what I want. I want to... Shocker, if you've ever seen Shocker, it's a great movie. If you've ever seen it, it's a good idea of what I mean by when I feel like that type of thing, just hanging out with friends, or, you know, hanging out with the girlfriend, and just something happens, and it just all of a sudden you're on this adventure, and it's not really an adventure because you're getting chased down to be killed, but it's kind of an adventure, and you're trying to stop the slasher, the killer, whatever. And I kind of want that, and there's certain nights I feel that, just certain, like I said, certain times of the day, like nighttime when the sun's going down, or another example, twilight, you know, late in the middle of the morning, night, whatever you want to call it, twilight. It's another time I get like that kind of feeling. It's kind of magical, and there's something there I'm just not seeing. There's something just there, just over the hill, just over the horizon, just right there, tip of whatever, and I just can't quite get there. And by the time, you know, I think I'm close, it's already daylight, or, you know, time has moved on, and can't quite get there anymore. But it's a feeling I get a lot with things like that. And I kind of want to. I'm still convinced there's something there that I need to find with those feelings, and it might even just be that time. It might just be the thought of it, the feeling of it itself that's good. It might not be that there actually is anything. It might just be the feeling itself. But I always feel like there's something there. I don't know, it's an awesome feeling. If you've never got to feel these things, I can't really explain it to you. But for those of you who have felt the same thing, like, it's an amazing thing. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. It's really, really nice. And there's bad feelings too, obviously. There's plenty of bad feelings, but there's so many good ones, and it's just like, wow, this is really awesome. And it's awesome that the world can offer this type of thing. It's awesome that other people can offer this type of feeling. It's awesome that music, things that people have created, can offer this up, and it's just a cool feeling. It's really awesome. I like it a lot. Like I said, I had that Sunday morning feeling, and it was great. It was a great feeling to have, and I just wish I could have held on to it a little longer. But it's definitely, I think, the reason why I'm so nostalgic, and I really am. Like, I think of my childhood a lot, probably a lot more than I should, which wasn't always a good childhood. Like, did anything super bad particularly happen? Not necessarily, but it wasn't the greatest childhood. But just those feelings that I would get from the carnival, from, not, like I said, not necessarily Sundays, because as a kid I didn't like it, but things like that, you know, certain video games gave me the feeling, which back then, when I was younger, the video games, a lot of them didn't tell a great story. Maniac Mansion, though, there's a good one. Maniac Mansion is still a game that gives me that feeling, and I'm going to eventually do a Let's Play of that. Maniac Mansion is a game that I first played. My sister was babysitting me one night, and she went outside with her friends. I didn't know that, so I was playing Maniac Mansion on her computer, which is a comedy. It's a horror comedy, but as a kid, I didn't get the comedy parts of it. It's kind of adult comedy. But I just got scared, so I'm looking around for it. And the same thing goes the same way. While I was in the living room, Shocker was on. I was watching that too, and that also made me very scared as a kid. But I also loved it. That's why I love Shocker, because of that. But just the feeling I was getting, I just had this intense feeling of fear and being scared. And I couldn't find my sister, so I eventually went downstairs. It turned out she was outside hanging out with her friends, but this isn't like anything against her. It just turns out that's where she was. I just didn't know. She probably told me, and I was just so engulfed in the game or the movie at the time, whichever one it was, that I didn't hear a damn thing about it. But yeah, I was just scared. Like, all of a sudden she was gone, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die tonight. But once again, that's a feeling that as a kid I hated it, but now I'm like, man, I wish I could get that back, because that was the really big feeling I got from Shocker, and still get from watching Shocker, and the same thing with Maniac Mansion. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's bad feelings, but they don't necessarily have to be completely bad, if that makes sense. In that case there, you know, I was scared to death, but at the same time, the blood was pumping, the adrenaline was flowing, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna figure this out. As a kid, like, I went outside to figure it out. Like, I was scared shitless, but I went outside to figure it out because I needed to. So yeah, like that kind of adventure, which obviously that wasn't that big of an adventure. That was just me being scared watching a scary movie, kind of a cheesy, to some people, kind of a cheesy slasher flick, and a funny horror game, which is mostly just funny, not really scary. But it worked. It got that feeling across, and it's something that I still kind of look for there too, and that's why I constantly want to play Maniac Mansion. I just haven't got around to it, and I mostly want to save it for Let's Play, so I don't want to do it until I can sit down and record and, you know, devote some time to it. It's the reason I like to go back and watch Shocker a lot, because it reminds me of that. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm just kind of rambling now, and I'll probably just keep repeating the same things over and over again eventually, but I think you guys get the point. Like I said, drop some comments for me. Let me know if you have any feelings like this, if you've ever felt something like this, if there's just some feeling that you get from something, whether it be a video game, a movie, music, time of day, person, whatever. Let me know what kind of feelings you get, because I want to hear about them. I would like to know that I'm not the only person that feels this stuff, and if I am, I really feel bad for everybody, because it's really awesome to be able to feel it. Sometimes it's not, because like I said, you're always kind of chasing it, but it's still kind of awesome. The chase is fun. Drop some, like I said, drop a comment, drop some likes. Those are important. Dislike if you want, but as I always say, it's bad karma. I don't want you to have bad karma, so just like. It's much better for you. Drop the diss, add the like. What else? What else we got here? Subscribe if you haven't already, because that helps me out a lot. I have a new subscriber recently, but it's been quite some time since I've gotten any number of subscribers, so please help me out. My last video didn't get that many views, so help me out. One big way you can help me out also is sharing, because sharing is caring, and that is what really does it. The more you share and the more it gets out there, the more subscribers I get, the happier I am, and the more good we can do together as a community. I think the bigger our community, the more good we can do with it. What else? I don't have them on, the sunglasses, right now like I usually do, but if you want a super cool pair of knockaround sunglasses, you can go to the link in the description. You can go to knockaround.com also, but better yet, go to the link in the description, because that helps me out with a little commission that I can put back into the channel and you know, build this thing up even more. Also, use the promotion code hardcore15 when you get there for 15% off of your entire order. That's really good, because that helps you and it helps me, so why not help each other? Most importantly though, more importantly than any of that, don't just have a great day, have a hardcore day.